Directions for your bubble print turtle. Remember your name and teacher code on the back. Before you begin drawing, decide which direction you'd like your paper to be, or maybe you want it to be at a little bit of an angle like mine. To start drawing your turtle, you're going to create kind of a rainbow curve that's really big that your hand could fit in. Flip it over and you're going to create a matching rainbow curve for the other side of your turtle's shell. And then you'll connect those together very slowly and carefully, making sure to draw nice and light so you can easily erase. Before I start adding other details to my turtle, I want to make sure the shell is big enough by placing my hand in it to make sure that it's a nice big shell. I'm going to first start adding the head of the turtle on the shell by picking the space that has a little more space, depending on which direction you want your turtle to be facing as well. And then I'm going to start adding the flipper shapes. Sea turtles have kind of a curved shape flipper, and they're a little bit larger on the top than they are on the bottom. If yours are a little bit more straight or look different than mine, that's okay. And if you end up really close to an edge of a paper, just go ahead and draw it as if it is going off the edge of the paper like I did. And then next I add the bottom flippers. I create kind of the same shape, just a little bit smaller. And lastly, I do the tail by creating two curved lines that kind of come to a point. Next, I'm going to start adding the lines on my turtle shell. And I'm going to start at the bottom of the shell with a really wide letter V, as if you kind of bent out the sides of it. And it's probably a finger or two from the bottom and top of the shell. And then once you have the two letter V shapes, you're going to connect those with a straight line. Then from every point that you have created, you will create a line. Some of them go at a bit of an angle. The line goes from the point to the edge, from the point and to the edge. Lastly, on my turtle, I'll add final details like the eyes that are little circles that hopefully your finger can fit inside of. And then I add a little bit of scales by making small ovals in different sizes on the flippers and the tail. And for the very last step, you'll finish up your background by adding things like bubbles in your water. You could add a wavy line at the bottom for sand. You could add wavy lines for seaweed. Maybe you even want to add a crab or something else like that in yours. Double check that you love all your lines and you drew everything large enough, and then go ahead and grab a black Sharpie and retrace all your pencil lines. Next, after you have retraced all your pencil lines, you're going to add some marker coloring, some nice neat marker coloring. To do this, if you use the side of the chisel tip of the marker and make nice wide lines, then you will get nice coloring. And this actually takes the same amount of time as going back and forth, except it looks way neater. So pay close attention. You're going to slightly tip your marker so that you have the wide lines, so you're using the side of the chisel tip. And this might be a little different if you're using the Crayola markers. You may color your turtle however you choose. For the final step, we're going to add bubble prints. And what you'll do, you'll have a little cup with a mixture of paint, soap, and water. Gently, very, very gently blow bubbles so you have a little cluster of bubbles, and you'll take your paper and gently lay it on top of the bubbles, and they will pop and create prints on your paper. When you're done adding bubble prints to your background, please place your artwork on the drying rack.